Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and today we're going to be talking about R.Mika. Now before we kick off this video, I'd like to let you guys know that we currently have a partnership with Loot Crate, which is a monthly subscription service for a box you receive each month in the mail containing different geeky goodies. Each month always has a different theme, so no Loot Crate is ever really the same. Now this month's theme is space, so each Loot Crate is guaranteed to feature something from Mass Effect, Destiny, Ratchet and Clank and XCOM. So it seems like December's Loot Crate is going to be really damn cool. Now if you are interested, please look in the description below, as we have a link to their website, and if you use our discount code HBTWarrior, you get a 10% discount off your first purchase. Now on that note, let's get on to the video. Now R.Mika makes her debut in Street Fighter Alpha 3, where she's just graduated from junior high school and developed a love and interest for professional wrestling. So Nanakawa Mika, which is in fact her actual name by the way, began training under another female wrestler called Armageddon Yoko, and after several years of extremely tough training, Nanakawa was ready to make her debut as Rainbow Mika, but decided that the only real way she was able to make a huge impact in the industry, to travel the world and engage in wrestling matches as well as street fights, making a huge name for herself and becoming noticed by one of the world's best wrestlers, Zangief. Now at some point during the events of Alpha 3, she'd come into contact with Karen and the two would battle each other. Karen was that impressed by Mika that she promised Mika that if she gains more fame, then the Kanzuki Zaibotsu would be more than happy to sponsor her. Now during the later half of Street Fighter Alpha 3, she would be approached by Zangief, as he would ask for her assistance in taking down Shadaloo. But we don't really know too much about what happened with Zangief and taking down Shadaloo, but we are aware that he had his heart set on destroying the Psycho Drive, that was in fact destroyed by Ryu. Now 6 months after the events of Street Fighter Alpha 3, R.Mika had become famous, as her marketing plan had been a success. By traveling around, she was now known around the globe, being recognized by Zangief as one of the best professional wrestlers around. Now the two would have a match against each other that would last nearly 20 minutes. Now despite this, Zangief did beat R.Mika, but did reassure the young wrestler that she was on her way to the top. Now some point later she would be sponsored by Karen Kanzuki and make her triumphant return in Street Fighter 5, where R.Mika once again meets up with Zangief to show him how far she's progressed since the last time they had fought. And although she does extremely well, she's missing something which Zangief refers to as muscle spirit. So because of this, he takes her under his wing, and the two travel around the world so Zangief can teach Mika about this muscle power. They first stop off at India, where Mika finds Birdie stealing donuts. Although she is able to defeat him, he's somehow able to slip away. They then travel to Russia, where Mika takes on Laura Matsuda. Now some point later, when Zangief was wrestling, one of the bears within the arena would become loose and attempt to attack Zangief from behind, until Mika stepped in and wrestled it to the ground, and the two were eventually able to dispatch the beast. Now Mika felt very discouraged that she wasn't able to do this by herself, believing that maybe she didn't quite have the muscle power and spirit that Zangief had, but her hero did reassure her that she was definitely developing it, and said to her that by following in his steps, that she had earned the right to become his student, and that they would always fight side by side. Now after this, Mika would travel to the Kanzuki estate, where she'd come into contact with Ibuki, and more or less instantly dislike each other, with Mika seeing Ibuki as a sparring partner, in which the two then butt heads. R.Mika then appears in the main story of Street Fighter 5, A Shadow's Fall, where she's seen at the very beginning teaming up with Zangief against Laura and Alex, but their match would be suspended due to the appearance of the Black Moons. She's then seen later with Ibuki at the Kanzuki estate, where the two are bickering at each other and haven't realized that Karen took down some of Shadaloo's doll. Mika does appear later on in the story alongside Ibuki, where they're infiltrating Shadaloo's base, and are attempting to take one of the chess pieces required for Shadaloo's super weapon. So in order to take it back, they come into contact with Ed and Balrog. Now the two are able to acquire the chess piece and escape from the facility, in which they bear witness to Zangief pile driving Abel. She's then next seen during the final assault against Shadaloo in the courtyard, in which R.Mika and Ibuki observe Zangief's ridiculous use of muscle power, and finally during the end of the game, in which he bears witness to Shadaloo's final fall. And that's really it for R.Mika, guys. She's certainly a rather peculiar character, but I do feel like she was at her best in Street Fighter Alpha 3, in terms of story anyway, as I felt she was much more of her own character there than in Street Fighter 5, where it seems like she's constantly trying to chase up and kind of compete with Zangief, which I guess many would say is her senpai. Fucking kill me now. As I felt that kind of got in the way of her actual character, but overall I do think she is a very good character, and I really do essentially hope to see her in the future, as she has a, massive personality. Yeah. personality. But who knows, the next time we see her, she may have picked up some of the moves that Zangief has. And I believe that kind of wraps up the R.Mika video completely, guys. Now please put down in the comments below who you'd love to see in the next episode for Street Fighter, Karin Kanzuki or Guy, or maybe someone else you have in mind. Please let me know. Now as always guys, please comment, like, subscribe and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care and I will see you all next time.